Usually we have bathing at the dark after dark, but today, man, I got so much on my mind as I watch the news. What are you all telling your kids about all this? What are you saying to your children about the protests, about police brutality, about 45? You know, at this stage, I'm really happy my daughter's grown. I mean, grown, 25 and plus grown. And I'm wondering, what kind of conversations are you all having with your kids watching this stuff? You know, if you all have young children and they're seeing the police and they're seeing the fires, I know it's got to be scaring some of them, right? To the family out there with biracial or multicultural children, what are you telling them? What do white parents tell their kids during times like this? What do Hispanic parents tell their children during times like this? What are black parents with young children and young sons and daughters? You all saw what happened to the college kids in Atlanta. This policing situation is out of freaking control. So, to the parents out there, I need you all to holler at me real quick, man, because I got so much on my mind for the show today. What are you all telling your kids? What are you telling them about everything they're seeing on television? Because they got to be asking questions, because I know you're watching the news. How are they responding to the violence? How are they responding to this person we call the president? How do you explain this guy? Now I'm past him now. I don't want to get deep into him. Really, I want to get deep into you. I want to find out what's happening with y'all out there when it comes to talking to these children about what's going on. Michael Bays, and how you doing? Who's this?
My name is Melinda Brown.
Melinda, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on, Melinda? What are we telling our kids?
I'm just so angry, Michael. We really need to ask our kids, how would they act if they're stopped by a police officer? That is very important, because the answer I got from my son scared the hell out of me, Mike.
Okay, how did you put the question, and then what was the answer?
I asked him, I said, son, if you're out with your friends and a police officer stopped you and he become aggressive to you, how would you act?
What'd he say?
And he said immediately to me, Mom, I will beat his ass.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes, he did.
That's the wrong answer.
That's why I'm saying it's important. We need to ask our kids, not only wonder what would happen, but we need to ask our kids. Yes. And he thinks that my child is biracial. And he thinks because his skin is lighter that it would be a difference. No, son, you're still black.
That's why I asked you all, what are you saying to the biracial kids? Maria, you opened up a whole nother perspective for me. And that's very interesting, man. I doubt very seriously that most parents have asked their kids, how would you react? Maria, that is a great question. So how did the rest of that conversation go?
I just got too scared, Michael. I told him we need to talk.
Yeah.
And then it's what makes it sad, because as a parent, you don't know what else to say. You ran out of all the right answers, because no matter what you say, there's no right answer anymore.
Where's he at right now? Where's he at?
He's right here.
Oh, let me talk to that brother right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me talk. Perry, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20 years old. So young man, young brother, let's talk, man. So your mom pretty much created a scenario for you that the cop would get a little rough, right? So you saw what happened in Atlanta to the two college students, right? Did you see that news?
I wasn't really watching it, but I've actually heard about it. My cousin stayed in Atlanta.
All right, so check this out. So the cops rolled up on this couple. It was a black couple. One, I guess they were one at Spelman, one at Morehouse University. Not Morehouse, Morehouse. And then they grabbed them out the car, they tased them, they pepper sprayed them, they pulled them out, they roughed them up. Now, your mom said your response would be to get physical back with the cops. Perry, come on, man.
Right.
Come on, Perry. Tell me that wouldn't happen.
It would, because like that is how I feel at this point. You know, it's like we don't have no rights no more. So, you know, I can still carry. So that's the whole purpose of that situation. Like, I'm not going to sit there and let them take me, and that's not even their job to do.
Perry, you're going to die, man.
Yes, sir.
You're going to die. You're going to die. And let me just say this to you straight up, man to man. Older man with a little experience from Chi-Town. to a younger man. Don't do that. These cops out here, man, some of these cops are brutal. They're looking for a reason to kill you, man. They're looking for a reason to take your life, and you're going to give it to them if your response is to be violent back to them because they're telling you to comply, even though they may be wrong. Stick around, man. I got some folks who want to talk to you. I got Tom on the line. Welcome back to the show. I got Tom on the line. Tom, what's going on? How you doing?
What's up? Calling from Vegas, white male in my mid-50s. I live on the Las Vegas Strip. Just want, again, little advice to that gentleman and all those young people out there. I went for a bike ride down the Strip last night as an observer, not a protester. Kept my distance from the police, kind of watched them from a block away.
Right.
They gave several warnings, and then after those warnings, they aggressively just started tackling people, not necessarily protesters, but young people.
Right.
As they did that, I retreated on my bike and just started, and at least 100 yards away, started getting pelted by paintballs. They were shooting at me.
Right.
So, again, this goes out to those people out there. I mean, my opinion, set protesting at a certain time and set the rioting for another time.
Right. It seems like that's what's happening. But, Tom, what do you want to say, even as a white man? You know how these cops can be. What do you want to say to Perry, who's still listening?
You know what? When it comes to the cops, like I saw that video of them pulling those kids out, there were some black cops pulling them out, too. So
that's
the
right.
Cops is not these cops are, a lot of them, you know, they're pent up and they're wired a little different than the rest of us.
Yeah.
In regards to the comment of what I'd advise also to younger children, and you probably would relate, my daughter's one of the most liberal. She goes to a California State College, and she teaches me a lot about, you know, how to be liberal and see other sides. I'm learning from her. While at the same time, there's groups on her campus that are the Trump supporters that are just whack jobs from the other side. So the young people can teach us a lot, but, you know, obviously they need some parenting and some guidelines. And when someone comes home with a brand new pair of Nikes and, you know, they're not shopping at 11 o'clock at night, they need, you know, the parents need to step up.
Need to get involved. Hey, Tom, thank you for that, man. And so back to my man, Perry. Perry, brother, young brother. Trust me, I understand being resistant. Trust me, man, I was a very aggressive young man living on the south side of Chi. I fought all the time, man. And what I'm telling you, Perry, when it comes to the police who have a license to kill you, whether video now, Perry, we know whether the video is rolling or not, it doesn't make any difference. They'll still kill you. So are you trying to get home or are you trying to prove a point, young brother? That's my question. Family, please, thank you very much for calling. Please have a conversation with your children. Create scenarios and ask them how they could respond. We need you to comply whether they're right or wrong so you can get home. You can tell them you know your rights. You can know your rights. But don't demand it to the point it becomes physical and you start resisting, because then they got you. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good day. Chat with you guys later. Be safe and talk to your kids about what they should and should not be doing in terms of dealing with the police.